Alright, hey, what's happening, guys? I'm Chad.
Ariana.
And today we are finishing Band of Brothers. This is the finale, and it's called Points. Yeah, so we'll get into that.
Well, that's pretty.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's a nice contrast to what we just got left with.
I know, right?
It was more than 3 years since Louis Nixon and I decided to join the paratroops.
Oof.
That's so long.
Wow.
I thought it might be you.
Morning.
Yeah, I heard reports about a red-headed Eskimo.
Come to join me for a morning swim?
Yeah. What is that?
Ran into the regimental photographer. Said he had all these photographs of the 506. I traded them for a couple of Lugers.
Aw, fresh-faced babies.
What do you think you'll do after this?
I get some breakfast.
Get some breakfast.
That's a good answer.
Nah, after.
Yeah, discussed the possibility of staying.
In the Army.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, as a career.
So he was drafted?
I don't know. I don't know what he was before.
I didn't either.
Said I'd think about it.
He has the energy of a career man.
Yeah. Well, he went this far. If he wasn't, like, that's what's crazy.
Yeah, drafted to major.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
There's a company in Nixon, New Jersey. It's called Nixon Nitration Works.
Well, sounds picturesque.
Yeah. Well, oddly enough, I know the owners.
Weird.
Probably gonna expect me to make something of myself. I thought maybe I'd drag you with me.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Look at that friendship.
Oh, man.
Are you offering me a job?
We'll see how you do in your interview, but, man of your qualifications, I think.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
After doing
This
this,
is so wholesome.
that probably would seem like such a reprieve.
Right.
I don't know what nitrate companies do, but
In the 40s. Like.
yeah, in New Jersey. But it sure beats Bastogne.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I love how that was shot, though.
Well, this whole area looks like where the elves took Frodo.
The first step was blocking the roads.
Shit.
I don't think that would do a whole lot.
When are we expecting the engineers to arrive?
Half an hour ago.
We're stuck here until they do, Nix.
If you're looking for someone to find another way up that mountain, Easy Company is ready and willing.
I already recommended you to Colonel Sink.
Terrific. Let's go find out where Hitler lived. So the French are going to beat us to the Eagle's Nest.
How are they going the other way? I don't know, man.
I feel like that was like watching like elementary school boys do like
Nah,
volcano
yeah.
experiments.
They're like, hey, we're here.
Yeah.
One Easy Company in the lead. Have the men assembled down on the Autobahn.
Yes, sir.
That'd be a beautiful town, by the way. But that'd be nerve-wracking.
Yeah, for sure.
Eerie. That's because this is the one town you can't deny being a true Nazi.
Yep. I wonder what all those papers are.
I was just wondering that, too.
Just reminds me of like the Sound of Music, like when he pulls up and the Nazi flags in front of his house. Ugh.
Yeah. The papers reminded me of Dunkirk, where, like, the enemy would drop propaganda pamphlets, like, over you and be like, surrender, you're surrounded. I wonder how far down the hangings went.
Right.
You know, I assume it didn't make it to Bellman. Would they say, wait here, we'll be back? Like,
Kitty would love this. You want to take half?
didn't say no.
Well, wouldn't want that to happen.
I don't even think about it.
Yeah, you already got stuff.
Yeah, you got all of it. It was cool to like read the comments about why Spears was taking it, though. Did you?
I didn't see that, no.
You didn't see it? Oh, that was a good one.
Sergeant Grant and Harry.
Nobody gets hurt, not now.
Easy?
Spears is that weird grandpa who had Nazi flags.
Like, oh,
What the hell is this stuff, grandpa?
well, let me tell you.
You're like, if it wasn't nailed down, it's like...
The Eagle's Nest was a surprise birthday present for Hitler.
Oh god.
8,000 feet up, accessible by a gold-plated elevator.
What?
And the man was afraid of heights.
I feel like they're all This is very casual. Like, it's...
Well, you're kind of going in assuming everyone's gone.
I know, and it's like, they seem a little too at ease for me, but also, like I said, I've watched enough of these episodes.
Well, they're also super...
I'm damaged.
They're also like super battle-hardened.
Yeah.
I have an anxiety disorder, so...
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm like, oh, I don't trust any of this.
It's a cool spot. I can imagine whipping up some fondue in there.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Here's to him.
Did you see what his sleeve said?
I didn't.
Hey, Adolf! Love your Eagles.
Beautiful view.
So gorgeous.
Love what you've done with the place.
Hey, have a...
They are ham-canned.
We can say we saw you do it.
Listen up. All troops stand fast on present positions.
Any fast.
German army surrendered. I got a present for you.
Dope. Like, can I actually start thinking about home again?
Yeah, like, this is happening. We made it. Oh my god, he is the bottle champion. Okay, Nixon is a whole mood.
He absolutely is.
And probably my favorite.
I think he might be mine too.
What is this?
It's gonna all be VAT 69.
That's what I said.
10,000 bottles of the world's finest liquor, wine, and champagne. It's all yours.
It's all
He looks like he's seen an angel.
Leave for Austria in the morning, but don't feel you have to leave anything here for whoever comes next. Happy VE Day.
Yeah.
He's like, the original Saturdays are for the boys. Like, I love it so much.
Fighting back tears.
Oh man, he's like, this
so
is all for
beautiful.
me. It's all for me.
Instead of an aggressive combat unit, we became an occupation force.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think we don't think about how flat America is. Most of it. We live in like one of the only places that isn't completely flat. Well, all those like Sound of Music rolling hills and stuff are so gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, I actually have a, like, way back in the vault on Instagram, I have a picture of it. It's like I'm having my Sound of Music moment, because I'm like at the base of like Mount Albert, like at Twin Lakes.
Oh, okay.
And I was like literally skipping singing it. I was being very obnoxious. But I was like, but they can't even compare. Like, look at this.
Oh yeah, it's just gorgeous.
And it's green, you know what I mean? Like, it's all green and then white. Like, that's so
beautiful.
awesome.
Yeah, seriously.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, I'd love to live in like a little village like that. Just need to get my internet situation figured out.
Because God forbid.
What else am I good for?
Stop.
The war is over!
I think the war is... That's great. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, wow.
Oh,
I'm
that's...
assuming hotel.
I would... Yeah, that art...
It's so,
Like, it's so...
so opulent.
Yeah.
We'll be comfortable here.
No, you don't say.
After sleeping in the snow.
You're right.
I wonder what will happen to us, to people like you and me, when there are finally no more wars to occupy us.
He didn't have his dick hard for it.
Please accept this as my formal surrender, Major. It is better than to lay it on the desk of a clerk.
You may keep your sidearm, Colonel.
I won't give him the satisfaction.
Ooh.
Yeah. If it was anyone else, you could be like,
Yeah.
mutual respect for like the position, but it's like, you fucking piece of shit.
Each small advance is gained by sheer grit in the face of withering fire from a suicidal enemy being slowly hammered back into the hills.
Are you talking about Japan?
Getting flashbacks to Hacksaw Ridge.
Absolutely, yeah.
You made me watch alone. I'm never going to forgive you for that.
We gonna tell the men right away?
Some of them will have enough points to go home instead.
Not many.
Fascinating. So that's why the episode's called Points. They have like a point system.
Oh, wow.
All new replacements ready to fight. That means daily close order drills. That means troop reviews, but above all, it means physical training.
They're gonna love you.
Could you imagine being like malarkey and you don't have points, or being per conte and
Yeah.
you don't have enough points? Like, get out of here. You seen what I've done?
Hey, you know what? I got an idea. Why don't we just shoot bull here? Keep you company for a week.
Dude looks like a killer.
Oh, God damn it, Shifty. You let him get away. Army ought to be glad to be rid of you.
I wish, you know. Seems they want me to stay around a while.
Mm.
Points you need? 15? 15? Jesus
Christ, I thought I had it bad.
No Purple Hearts, never was injured.
Just a huge part of the company, though. Like,
well, in that clutch episode where Spears was running through that town and he was the one who took out the sniper.
Yeah.
Hold her! Huh!
And that's the other thing, though, too, because, like, it's such a different type of warfare, too. You're going from fighting a certain enemy to a different one who has a different, complete, like, tactical style and everything else.
Well, I don't know if they're moving them over, if they're, like, staying as an occupational army here for a while.
Okay, I thought they were going to
But
send
they could be,
them to
because they're
Japan.
showing them the video, so that's possible.
One man home in each company, effective immediately. For easy company, the winner
A
is...
lottery system?
There's nothing, no.
Okay, never mind.
Come on.
Tom Hardy. I've seen him in, like, 2 episodes.
Sergeant Daryl C. Powers.
Power.
Shifty.
It's done, Shifty.
Congratulations, Shifty.
The 101st Airborne Division will definitely be redeployed to the Pacific.
Yeah. Oh.
Powers, we will begin training to go to war.
Oh, you don't say? That is...
Woof.
Woof.
Look at it.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I knew I wasn't misinterpreting
It's like
that.
back-to-back wars.
Because staying there wouldn't be anything.
It wouldn't, but they earned it too.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I'm not taking that away from them. I'm saying both they were saying there wouldn't be like a huge, like, why would you need to be doing physical training every day?
Oh, because there's new recruits who didn't fight, so like they could be really soft and you just want to maintain.
I just don't rightly know how I'm going to explain all this. You see, I seen.
You're a hell of a fine soldier, Shifty. There's nothing more to explain.
Thank you, sir.
Oof.
2 days later, Shifty Powers was on a truck headed for the rear and a boat home. Unfortunately, the truck was hit head-on by a drunken corporal from another regiment. He survived, but had to spend the next few months in a series of hospitals.
Faking us out, man.
What?
Yeah, that was dirty.
That was mean.
The way they worded that.
I was like, did he die?
Oh yeah, I don't think I have any tissues.
Besides, she's waited for you for 3 years, right? We'll be to Tokyo and back in 2 years, 3 tops.
The reality is you're going to sit here in Austria for 6 months waiting to go, and I'm going to be back in Wilkes-Barre making babies.
I literally, sorry, that's north, like bumfuck nowhere, Pennsylvania. Like, we have land there.
13th Airborne are heading out for the Pacific right away.
Oh, snap.
If I'm going, I want to get it over with.
I don't know if I would feel that way.
Oh.
You're leaving the men?
They don't need me anymore.
Yeah, it feels like the family's breaking up.
It does.
So you were given command of the company on D-Day.
If this happened earlier, I would assume this would be like a recap kind of episode, but we're pretty meatily into the episode. I don't know, maybe they will. Maybe they'll just kind of run us back through all the broad points. Yeah, doesn't that feel like a million years ago now?
In Holland, they bumped you to Battalion XO. Bastards took your company away.
Luckily, he was right on top of them the whole time, so... Apparently the real Winter said that he remembered the kid smiling at him.
Oh, that hurts.
I fired my last shots there.
You got through Bastogne without having to fire your weapon.
That is correct, sir.
Can't imagine a tougher test for a leader.
You got through it.
You almost did not.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure. And a good chunk didn't.
Right. Oh, you know what I realized? There weren't any interviews in that opening.
You're right. Yeah, I didn't notice that. Oh, they're probably at the end.
I hope so.
I said, why do you want to leave your men?
Oh. Wording.
War was still on in the Pacific, and I could do some good over there.
Because if you think you need more combat experience to get stars on your helmet, you've done enough.
I agree, but what does he have to do, though?
Right.
Like, that, I guess maybe just probably admin stuff. Like,
Gosh, Winters is dumb.
Major, I took this meeting out of respect for your achievements.
But
if they do go to the Pacific eventually, and frankly, I think your men have earned the right to keep you around.
Oh, respect.
Yes, sir.
yeah, I'm a little surprised he was in such a hurry to get over there. It almost makes me think of what the Nazi was telling him, where he's like, what would men like you and I do without the war?
Right.
Leave, I fucking hate this. Oh, Jesus Christ. You fingered him. One of those Polacks what was at the slave camp said, this is where the guy lives, right here.
Which camp?
Whatever camp. under direct orders, and I'm happy to follow it.
Are they saying there's a Nazi here?
I guess. I don't know, that happened really fast.
Are they just
like, no
carrying out
transition.
assassination missions?
Yeah.
I'd maybe run that up the chain.
Well, they said it was his orders. But I don't...
Wait, whose order? You said
thing, Joe?
I just heard him saying it was a
personal thing.
Is this told him.
Personal to you?
No, he said
No, it's a goddamn order.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, there you go. But who gave the order, though?
What if he's an officer with no ties to the SS? What if he's innocent?
You know what? What if he's a fucking Nazi commandant of a fucking slave camp?
Which one? Which camp? You don't have any proof.
Where the hell have you been for the past 3 years?
Ich habe gar nichts.
Shut up.
Was machen Sie?
Ruhe.
Nein, nein. You did it! Sie können nicht hier reinkommen! Nein!
Seems like Liebgott just wants to go in there and escalate until something happens.
He's guilty.
You don't say.
God says so. He probably is.
Son of a bitch. Shoot him!
No.
Officers don't run.
Everyone just wanted to go home.
France. I think I was in every country, but France was the best. Russia is not desirable.
Oh, I bet.
It's the end of my second war.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think about guys who were like already old and had already fought the freaking first one too.
75 points. How about you? I mean, you're a Toccoa guy, right? How many you got? Wouldn't you like to know?
Is he saying he has 75 points or he needs 75 points?
I think needs.
Go ahead, take off. It's my turn.
Okay, feedback or farm?
They're all playing Papers, Please.
81. I have 81 points.
Okay, they have.
This is not good enough.
How does Tom Hardy have 75? He's not a Toccoa guy, right?
I don't know. And he didn't show up until that episode where they're looting.
He showed up last episode.
Was machen Sie dort?
Too bad.
Yeah, that'd be awkward.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my goodness. Oh, come on, they didn't stop.
Oh, shit.
He was dead when they brought him in.
No way.
75 points. He was 10 points short.
The enemy had surrendered, but somehow men were still dying.
That's harsh.
Oh, yeah.
You make it through all that and then an accident.
What they did have plenty of were weapons, alcohol, and too much time on their hands.
Yeah, good point. Everyone just getting into major trouble all the time. I could totally see that.
Guy jumps out of the headset.
And you're just waiting.
Wait here. You okay, Matt? You need some help?
They wouldn't give me any gas.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
I tried
Yeah,
to
he had a lot
explain.
of booze, weapons, and some
And
very,
despair.
very strong PTSD.
Oh, he shoot an English
I
person
think
too.
he was a major.
Oh, no.
Do you have any gas?
Oh, and he's a private too.
I guess I'll just use his jeeba.
Hold on a second now, right?
Hey, calm down.
Jesus, he's not gonna make it. You'd need a brain surgeon. I don't think there's any hope.
You find the shooter. I want him alive. Come on, help me.
You each take a squad and one of these witnesses on a house-to-house search. We shoot this bastard on sight? Try and take him alive.
Some manhunt. Oh, that's gotta be awkward.
Open up. Why?
Get in the jeep.
If you're going to shoot me, shoot me. If you're not, put the gun away. If you want him to live, you'll help me. First, by putting that away.
Let's go.
Let me drive. We'll get there faster.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm all right.
I don't think he's alright.
No.
I should go in there and stop this. Boy, let's just play cards, alright?
Where is he?
How's Graham? Where is he? You okay?
Where is he?
This him?
That's him.
Where's the weapon?
What weapon?
Oh!
When you talk to an officer, you say, sir.
And he's already known as the guy who shot one of his own dudes.
I wouldn't shoot him. I think he should have to live with what he's done.
Have the MPs take care of this piece of shit.
Grant's dead?
No. Crown surgeon says he's gonna make it.
But the other 2 people he murdered are dead.
So you looked at him, but you didn't take him.
That's right, sir.
I don't believe you.
You better not be lying to me.
I wouldn't.
You want to take over Sergeant Grant's platoon?
That would do fine, sir.
There's a lot more meat and new things happening in this episode than I thought there would be.
100%.
For the finale.
Yeah.
So you've decided to stay in the Army?
Yes, I'm gonna stay with the men.
So after being incredibly scary in that episode, Spears could get it. I'm just saying.
Some of us would stay by choice.
It's also cool that he feels such an affinity to E
Yeah.
Company, even though he's like relatively new to E Company.
100%.
I understand, sir.
Sorry, it's not a more hospitable location.
No, sir. Paris is just fine.
Oh, he gets to go to Paris! Because he's the one that won all the money and then never got to go. Yay!
I don't think we'll see you back here anytime soon.
I won't let you down, sir.
Yeah, they're kind of piecing everyone apart. It's like, I feel happy for them individually, but sad that, the family's breaking up. I kind of hope they would just all go home at the same time.
Right.
You've given me the choice as to where to reassign you, and I thought battalion headquarters might be a good place.
No. It's because they just all did so fantastic.
Yeah, they did.
With your permission, I would like to address my men briefly.
That'll be fine, General.
Nope.
Sobel.
Captain Sobel?
Major Winters?
Captain Sobel.
You salute the rank, not the man.
And I outrank you by quite a bit.
Gang. Oh, man.
It's got a sting when he was in charge of him. And then...
Männer! Es war ein langer Krieg.
Man, it's been a long war. It's been a tough war.
Ihr habt tapfer und stolz für euer Vaterland gekämpft.
We fought bravely, proudly.
Fuchshöhlen geteilt haben.
We've shared foxholes, held each other in dire moments.
Die den Tod.
I'm proud to have served with each and every one of you.
Glückliches Leben in Frieden.
You deserve long and happy lives in peace.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that would have been a killer winner speech.
Take a look at these 2 kids.
No.
What the hell happened to them?
New Jersey, huh?
Think about it.
Yeah, I am. But Compton came back to see the company to let us know that he was all right.
Aww.
He convicted Sirhan Sirhan in the murder of Robert Kennedy. David Webster became a writer for the Saturday Evening Post and Wall Street Journal. And later wrote a book about sharks. He went out on the ocean alone and was never seen again.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Go out like a G, I guess.
Johnny Martin would return to his job at the railroad and then start his own construction company.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, good for him.
George Luz became a handyman in Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah, Luz is awesome.
As a testament to his character, 1,600 people attended his funeral in 1998. Doc Rowe died in Louisiana in 1998. He'd been a construction contractor.
Wow.
Frankfort County returned to Chicago and worked a postal route as a mailman.
When your mailman fought in the war.
Returned to San Francisco and drove his cab.
I drove his cab, yes.
Bull Ranneman was one of the best soldiers I ever had. He
Gosh,
went
that
into the
cigar,
earth-moving
though.
business in Arkansas. He's still there.
He's still there.
Yeah, he would.
Alton Moore returned to Wyoming with a unique souvenir. Hitler's personal photo accident.
Oh.
1958.
Oh, man, he didn't make it that long.
Carwood Lipton became a glass-making executive in charge of factories all over.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead.
Harry Welsh. He married Kitty Grogan, became an administrator for the Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania school system.
Sorry.
That's cool.
I knew it
Ronald
was
Spears
in my
stayed in
mind.
the Army. Served in Korea. He retired a lieutenant colonel.
Damn straight.
Yeah, he just took to it.
Ew.
It agreed with him.
For Easy Company, it was D-Day plus 434.
President Truman received the unconditional surrender from the Japanese. War's over.
And then they never even had to go.
Yay.
Each of us would be forever connected by our shared experience.
3 years also at such a developmental part of your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, let's say you joined when you were 18, like now you're going to come back 21.
Bruce Nixon had some tough times after the war.
Oh, no.
He was divorced a couple of times. Then in 1956, he married a woman named Grace, and everything came together for him.
Oh, yay.
My friend Lou died in 1995. I took up his job offer and was a personnel manager at the Nixon Nitration Works until I was called back into service in 1950 to train officers and rangers. I'd had enough of war.
Yeah.
Stayed around Hershey, Pennsylvania, finally finding a little farm.
Also right where I grew up.
Where I still live today.
I had no idea. I literally grew up like 45 minutes from Hershey.
That's super cool.
What? That's
a
wild.
Very unusual feeling. It's a very unusual
Yeah.
happening, and it's a very unusual bonding.
Oh.
So
we were a close-knit.
That also makes sense, though.
Oh,
That's
never
malarkey.
guessed.
I never would have guessed that was
Never would've
malarkey.
guessed.
On there and very special. I'm just one part of the big war.
No, that was the one who I originally thought.
Perconte?
No,
Oh.
because he was in like the second episode, and I was
Oh,
like, I
got
think
it.
that's him from his voice.
I forgot about this
makes
guy,
me
yeah.
cry.
No, you're right. It does sound just like him.
Fellows that are still buried
Oh,
over
okay.
there, and those that come home to be buried.
And after the war was over, and he
Oh, I was gonna say it's a shifty.
Wow, I know.
he lost a
I can like count
Winters
now.
is the only
like,
one that I had any feeling on that.
He said, "From this day, we in it shall be remembered. We lucky few, we band of brothers."
Also, you can tell he has a glass business all over the world. Look at that full head of hair. So good.
Shall be my brother.
Oh, that's awesome.
I have a question my grandson asked me the other day. Grandpa, were you a hero in the war? Grandpa said no, but I served in a company of heroes.
Yeah, man. Dope.
Oh,
Okay.
that was a great ending.
It was. Yeah, man, how to recap a whole show like that, right?
Yeah, I don't even know really where to start for that. So
Yeah, it's like, we mostly, covered our thoughts along the way as we went.
right. So we don't have to go full in.
But, it's just, it's like it is very cool to see such a long amount of time covered in such a short amount of episodes.
Right. Yeah.
And you feel that that huge extreme gulf between how they started and how they ended. And I think that they did just enough nods to the opening of how they started to kind of give you that kickstart reminder.
Right.
That like, oh yeah, like you said, just some kids hanging out in basic, and bringing Sobel back one last time just to kind of remind you of like where they've come.
I'm so happy he said what he said and make him salute.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, well, it's also like,
but also for real though.
Well, but also like Sobel would have been the guy who was going nuts over like, what, you didn't salute me? I'm a higher ranking officer. It's like he's a higher ranking officer. Like, oh, you're special.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just it's really cool. It's really interesting. It very it's got a very like grandpa reading you a story kind of feel to it.
Yes, it does.
Makes me think about like Princess Bride,
A little bit, yeah.
Like, especially with the music and stuff.
Because also like, I know we've touched on this fast, but the storytelling through every aspect of this series was incredible.
Yeah,
like the way they did that last episode with all of the like picturesque scenes from like in Austria and stuff. It's just like it makes it feel like they're wrapping you up a little bit while still breaking your heart, might I add.
Well, and like I was very surprised. I expected that the last 10 minutes of the episode would be like the whole episode.
Right.
I thought we'd just basically be winding everything down, and like new issues were popping up and
everywhere. Like there was so much more added to the story in the last episode.
Yeah, it was really. This was actually probably one of the most Spears heavy episodes. Yeah, it was really interesting. I did not expect that.
No.
And I also figured they would have piecemealed a lot more people out. So
Yeah.
it was only a couple people. It was like Malarkey, Lipton, and Shifty got sent home. So I kind of thought the episode was going to be like everyone kind of. Well, and Winters looked like he was going to leave, and Nick said he was going to follow him. I was like, oh man, it would have been shocking to find out that those guys all went to Japan, because like you just finished. A lifetime's worth of war, and now just go start over somewhere else.
Go right ahead, yeah. But I mean, if they were going to do it, they'd do it to them. I mean, they put them in the front for everything else.
Yeah, no joke, right? And it's cool to see. Yeah, it's like it's interesting. I mean, we didn't hear about what happened to everybody, but for the ones that we heard, it's all like, yeah, they're all such like capable, salt of the earth kind of guys.
Right,
it makes sense that they went and were
yeah.
like running businesses and stuff like that, and that
For
they
sure.
got their stuff figured out. It also was very heartwarming to hear that Nick's finally kind of got the relationship thing figured out. You know? I have to assume maybe the alcohol had a bit to do with it, you know, in the first part. So maybe he got a handle of that too, which is cool.
Yeah.
So I guess Nick's never had an interview then.
To get demoted?
No, I'm sorry. The post or pre-interviews, none of those guys were Nick's.
No.
Yeah.
So, but didn't they say when he passed? He passed in 95?
Oh, I guess you're right. He could have passed right before, because
because he said bye to his friend Lou in 95.
Oh, you're right. I think it was 95. Yeah, you're right.
And so this is later.
Well, the problem I was having is that this is like released 2001, so who knows when it's shot. But also, I think that the interview footage wasn't for the show; it was for a documentary.
Right.
That came up before, so I didn't necessarily know when that came out. But the documentary could have been like brand new. It could have come out the year before or something. So yeah, I guess that's fair. I need to go back and think about who died when, because a handful died. Because a lot of them.
There was 2 in 98.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yep. And then I think you're right. I think Nixie said 95. And someone in the 50s, which is really sad. The guy who got the
car accident. No.
The photo book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I've been hearing lots of conflicting reports, but on the day that it happened, people were saying that see, I'm not sure if I know who the person is, but they're saying he was the last person that was in Easy Company to have died, basically right when we started the show.
Oh, really?
It was when we did like episode 2 or something like that. Yeah.
Interesting. We'll have to
but then afterward, over the next couple of months, the next couple of weeks, people started being like, oh, actually, there's maybe one other person, or maybe there's 2 or something like that. But that was kind of like general consensus for. And if you Google it, like I Googled the name afterward, and it was like all over on Google, and it was like, oh, the last member of Easy Company, has passed.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's a crazy thing about, I mean, it's cool. I mean, it makes sense because all these guys seem like they're in like maybe their 70s or 60s.
In this, yeah.
So it makes sense that dudes were making it to their 90s, nowadays and stuff like that.
For sure.
So it's and that's it. That's the thing I think about a lot with World War II is that like it's fast becoming in essence, I mean, I've been saying this since I was a teenager. Now it's probably just true, is that it's basically a lost point of contact for a war. You can't just easily go walk up to a man and be like, hey, did you fight in World War II anymore? They're all 100 years old.
Right.
So the next one is going to be like the Korean War and Vietnam will turn into these things. I mean, my dad is in his 70s and he fought in Vietnam.
My dad is 80 Vietnam.
So it's like we're getting to that point where it's like, yeah, like you won't be able to go ask a person about it, who was there. Everything's going to be like secondhand information, and it's just crazy to think
wild.
About. Yeah, like even when this came out, I was talking to someone the other day about how like if they want to do Magneto and the X-Men for the MCU, it's hard to go with the story that he's a Holocaust survivor anymore because he 150 years old,
Right.
They're just gonna have to like adapt that, but it's been that way forever, because it's happened so long ago. But yeah, we're at that point where it's like there's just no, it just things end up being a long time ago, and like someday, when we're all dead, there's going to be a generation of people who are like, or when we're 90, they're going to be like, it's hard to find someone that was there for 9/11,
Oh, I don't.
Or the war in Iraq.
We're getting a little too deep into my existential crisis. Living and dying, can we not? I'm already not aging gracefully. Come on, man, calm down.
So it makes me think about, trying to, get those stories and talk to those people. And, make
accumulate your history and
well, and it's nice when it's just cool to hear, because you can read about things forever. So
and not actually,
Well, and even if you're getting good information, it's like you'll always have the opportunity to Google what happened in World War II, but you won't always have the opportunity to talk to someone who was there.
Exactly.
And same thing with the Korean War and stuff like that. So I think those kinds of things, it's really cool. The other thing I like to do too is just like sometimes it's just like just what was day to day, because it's so different. It's easy to
if you look back just like from 30 years ago,
exactly,
like from when we were born, how day-to-day life looks like versus like what the people born today are coming into. You know what I mean?
If you talk to someone who was kicking it around, in the 60s and stuff, it's kind of fun just to hear, like, what was just, because it was, man, like, there's so many things about technology that I take for granted. Like, we are in such a technological boom.
Yeah.
Where there was a point when it was perfectly regular to not have any AC, and to, like, have a radio was probably one of the more high-tech things you had in your whole house. And you pushed hoops with sticks or something. It's like, it's very, so yeah, it's interesting. So it makes me think about how there's kind of this.
Yeah.
bubble.
So it's like that. So like when you get your sources for things, like
First-hand sources,
sources are
they always
crazy.
are going away on everything. So
Yeah.
it's like you basically have this bubble of like people that were losing at the back end of time,
Absolutely.
and people that are starting this new thing in time.
Yeah,
and there's kids being born today that will see stuff I won't see,
Yeah,
so it's
that's what's wild.
so watching shows like this and stuff, and especially seeing interviews with them when they were 20 years younger, and most of them not alive anymore, I guess, or possibly all of them. It just makes you think like, when you see someone, there's just or you don't even see someone like your family, it's like if you have like grandparents and stuff, it's like I never thought to ask my grandparents anything about anything, and one of my grandparents did fight in the war, and was a pilot and stuff, and it's like there's those are stories that might be gone now, that no one.
It's humbling.
Exactly, right, and it's interesting. So it's cool, these kind of things. It's like it's just that reminder of like, that's there's these points in history, and it's cool to get involved. So, all right, guys. Well, that was us watching Band of Brothers. We love you, and if you just made it this far through the video, then it's looking like the plan is possibly getting started on the old Star Wars train after this.
Because I haven't seen any.
So, I was going to say wish us luck, but I don't know what that would mean. But, but do it anyway.
Thanks for sticking with us, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
See ya.